Saturday, February 17th, 10-minute daily reality check. We are flying through February. Punxsutawney Pill, I call him Punxsutawney Pill, because to tell you the truth, that if it was a modern day groundhog, he'd be on Adderall. He would be popping pills nonstop because our culture pops pills nonstop. Little tired today? Pop a pill. Little tired? Have a Monster drink. Feeling sluggish before you go to bed? Many pills you can take, from melatonin to sleep aids to lunarium to anything else. Feeling a little iffy inside your body? You can pop a pill. The side effects? Well, at least you got rid of whatever you were having to have 17 side effects. You can now sleep, but you're going to wake up with chronic diarrhea, and you're going to have toenails that crack, and your ear may fall off, but hell, at least you had a good night's sleep. Punxsutawney Pill would have had a good time. I think the reason why people are popping so many pills and they can't sleep and they're stimulating 24/7 is because they're not loving what is being presented in front of them. They're always trying to create an alternate universe. You know, imagine this. Imagine if you actually quit the stories and actually created a blank story. Imagine today on this Saturday in February, you decided that you were going to have a blank slate. You were not going to pop any pills, do any stimulants, think that you needed things you didn't really need. If you had a headache, you were actually take some peppermint oil and breathe it in. If you were a little tired, you just got some stimulation around you. Maybe went outside, took a brisk walk on a cold February day. Maybe went to a museum and checked out some artwork. Maybe went to a furniture store and checked out some of the beautiful furniture that you loved. Maybe just went to a place called Backyard Bowl and had an acai bowl. Maybe that stimulated you. Maybe you had a piece of fruit that you haven't had in a long time. Maybe you actually went to the gym and worked out and got your blood going. Or maybe, just maybe, you decided to connect with another human being. Maybe the person you're connecting with isn't exactly what you thought you wanted, but yet there was a live human being right in front of you, somebody who was nice and sweet. And instead of worrying so much about what they were thinking or worried so much about what your future held or worried about if they were going to be the right one, maybe you just did what Stephen Stills always told you to do. Love the one you're with. Instead of swiping and looking for more, instead of snorting and taking in more, instead of drinking, instead of guzzling, instead of doing the things you normally do, maybe your energy would be well suited if you connected with somebody today. It's amazing how much stimulation we try to have all day long. We go shopping all day long, yet we're back on the internet that night looking for something we may or may not have found while we were shopping because we need more stimulation. We've got a closet full of clothes we never ever wear, yet we're still shopping for something we don't even need. Yet we have stuff that our mother bought us when we were 11 years old. I'm sorry, but that Walmart sweater was out of style when you bought it at Walmart right in the beginning. We've got a refrigerator because we go to Costco and we have things that are the size of, well, hurricane, and we live in a place where there's never a hurricane. Who the fuck needs 75 pounds of oatmeal? It will expire before you can eat it. We're constantly filling our lives and our closets and everything with things that we think we need. We're on the internet checking out stuff nonstop. We're being marketed to 24/7, yet we're not connecting with the people that are around us. We're creating stories about our life and the way things are supposed to be and the way we're supposed to act with certain people, but yet we're not really seeing the person unfold right in front of us. We're looking for a relationship. We have people that like us. We're afraid that we're going to hurt them, yet we're not present with them because for some reason or another, we're worried too much about hurting them and giving them an answer to the relationship that we need to have right in this present moment, but yet we're not having with them. But the fact of the matter is, who knows if we ever would have that relationship with them because we're never really fully present. Love the one you're with, which means love yourself. Sit around and look at yourself right now. Do you need to always reward yourself with things? Are you somebody that needs to have 700 pounds of gummy bears in your house from Costco? And you'll just take one more handful today because you need to reward yourself for doing absolutely nothing. The only way I like to reward myself is to be present. Because to me, the greatest gift of life is to be present. I'm not addicted to candy. I don't like cake. I don't really need the crunch of cookies. I'm not a big chocolate-aholic. I do like pretzels once in a while, but I can live without them. I would prefer to reward myself with the company of another person, or even my own company if I'm alone. Food doesn't do much for me except make me really full, and that's about it. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not my big drug person. I take a melatonin before I go to sleep, but, well, if I'm sleeping with the right person, I don't really need a melatonin before I go to sleep because I get to listen to the sound of them breathing because I'm present. There's nothing sexier, nothing more beautiful than listening to your lover lay next to you and hearing them breathe going to sleep. Having that pillow talk conversation, that wonderful conversation where you just want to get one more amazing conversation in before you went to bed, even though you've been talking all day long. You just don't want the day to end. It's almost like a kid during the summer. Remember the summers when you were a kid? You never wanted the days to end at all. You constantly just wanted to be out playing. And by the time your mom forced you to go to bed, you just didn't want to go to bed. You wanted 5 more minutes. That's what happens when you're present. When you're present, you don't really need anything to fall asleep except that last bit of conversation, hearing their voice one more time, feeling them breathe next to you, holding their hand, spooning them tightly. When you wake up in the middle of the night to stumble to the bathroom, if you're a nighttime peer, which a lot of people are, because for some reason other people like to drink most of their water before bed. Never understood that because that just stimulates the bladder. I like to dehydrate like a camel the last 4 hours of the night, so I don't get up and pee and ruin my night's sleep, but most people think it's great to just suck down a glass of water before bed. Don't want to die in the middle of the night of dehydration, they think. You know what? You're not going to. You've never died yet, because as kids, we didn't really have much water. We had a can of Coke. We added some lemon to it. That was the tart. We had lemonade, but I tell you the truth, when I was a kid, I never drank water. But it's nice. You wake up in the middle of the night, and there's your lover laying next to you on the pillow, sleeping, all warm and cozy. If you can find them through the sea of pillows, you might be able to feel their skin again. Present is all we have, folks. Being present. You only have today. You never were promised tomorrow. You all think you are, but hell, I bet you if everybody in the world listened to this podcast today, I bet you a percentage of those people will be dead tomorrow. It's just the way the law of the averages are. We don't know when your number is going to be up. We don't know what's going to happen to you. We don't know the day you're going to die. And if you could pick it and know it, would you actually know it? If you can look into a crystal ball and know the day that you're going to die, would you actually want to know that? I don't think I would. Because then I would be really ultra present. And then I would be super neurotic. As the day got closer and closer and closer, I'd start to think to myself, man, I'm going to die in 3.3 days. Holy shit. Anyway, today is another day for you to become 100% present with who you are. Be present with the people that are around you. Be present with the people that you are with. Be present with everybody you speak with, and see what happens today. Check it out. Check out. Maybe one of the people that are in your life might actually surprise you. Might actually make you feel good. And you might end up with somebody you never thought you'd end up with because you actually gave them a chance because you showed up. That's all I'm asking from you today on the Reality Check. I'll see you on the next 10-minute daily reality check.